Yo, what's going on? It's Biggie AR.
And it's the Overlord here. What's going on, guys?
Welcome to a new episode of the podcast number 8, right?
Yeah, Big Trouble podcast number 8. Yeah.
Which, anyways, back again with another banger video. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
We got no microphones today, so we don't know what to do with our hands. It's gonna get a little weird, but it's all good. We're gonna try something different.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
We're gonna try something different. We're
Yeah.
gonna see how it goes. We got another good episode for y'all this week.
Got some things that are gonna be shocking. You know, like I guess for me, just because like I wouldn't put myself in certain situations. So for me, it's shocking. It's like, why would you do that? But I mean, it's kind of how it is, how people are, I guess. So it's whatever. But first off, we're gonna get to our quote of the day, which I feel like have been like pretty inspirational. Like they've been pretty like uplifting. So I mean, go ahead, hit us with that. What we got today?
Today we have a quote by Miss former First Woman Michelle Obama herself.
Oh, I love Michelle. Shout out Michelle. Hey.
It reads: "Success isn't about how much money you make; it's about the difference you make in people's lives."
I've been big on that because I feel that. First off, if I didn't have to have money, I wouldn't have money. Like if I didn't need it to have a place to live or stuff like that, I wouldn't even use money. I don't really like money just because so many people put too much value into money to where it's it becomes like your whole reason for being, and you get into the whole love of money thing. I ain't with it. But there's a lot of things that money can't buy.
Happiness.
Actually, that's false. Money can't buy happiness.
I don't think so.
Because think about it like this: happiness is having something or whatever. Happiness is very circumstantial. So it's like I buy a new car, I'm happy. But if I lose a car, or if I get in a wreck or whatever it may be, then I'm not happy anymore. Happiness is very circumstantial. Joy is one thing that can't be. I tell you why I
don't think you can buy happiness. Because you can buy I think you can buy temporary happiness.
Well, happiness is that's situational. That's temporary. That's what I'm talking about. Happiness is temporary. It's not. That's why I was talking about the difference between happiness and joy. Joy is one of those things that lasts, but happiness is something that's very circumstantial. It's temporary.
I don't know. I feel like they kind of.
We're saying the same things actually.
Huh?
We're saying the same thing.
What you mean?
You just said that it's temporary. You can buy temporary happiness, but that's what happiness is. Happiness is situational. It's temporary. It's not long lasting. That's what I'm saying. And that's what you're saying.
I guess I don't.
We're saying the same thing. I'm just saying it's.
I think in general, I'm not trying to, because I don't want to break it down into subcategories and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Happiness, joy, this, that. I'm just talking about it as in general. Happiness, joy. If you put them together, there's no matter how much money you have. You can't be happy your whole life with X amount of money.
I know,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm saying then that's where that other half of that situation comes up. It's not joy. It's happiness. But it doesn't last. That's what I'm saying.
But I feel like if you just because you use that example, so we'll keep riding with that one. Buying a car, you're happy or whatever. Yeah, but is that car really gonna keep you happy forever?
Well, that's what that new thing is. That's why it's situational. That's
what I said. But why we gotta break it down? Just one word: happy, joy, same shit.
They're not the same thing. That's what I'm saying. Because joy lasts, happiness doesn't. So you're saying it's situational.
I disagree.
Okay.
I feel like happiness can last.
What? You just said it's situational. It doesn't last. It's not very.
No, what I said was.
There's a difference though.
But I feel like you can be happy all the time. I'm happy all the time.
Yeah, that's okay. That's where you get into joy. That wouldn't be happiness.
But you don't say I'm joyful all the time.
I'm
happy all the time.
People use the wrong word. People use the word jealousy to mean envy, and envy to mean jealousy. When they're not synonymous. They're two different words, but people use them to be the same. So just because you use a word to mean something doesn't mean that's right.
Oh no, this is not an English lesson, so just.
No, I'm just.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
I know. We're saying the same thing. I feel we're saying the same thing. Anyway. Yeah, I guess our next for a little small talk is but I feel like it's something make you happy this week.
A lot of stuff made me happy this week. You know what I'm saying?
What happened to make you happy this week?
What happened to make me happy this week? Let's see. Yeah. I got to wake up every day this week. That's always a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
That's why we're getting to joy.
Why are we still going about the joy?
That's what I'm saying. Like it's a different thing for me. Like
I don't know.
It's a difference.
No, no.
You know, like me personally, you know, like you said, we're talking about blessing. I find joy in the Lord. Like that's something that can't be taken. That's concrete.
No, I understand.
But happiness is one of those things that's fleeting. It comes and it goes. It ebbs and flows. It doesn't stay forever. So like I feel like it can't, like happiness can be bought because it's not something that's concrete or foundational. So that's kind of what I was just kind of saying.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not this. We're not always gonna agree on the same thing.
Yeah, and we don't have to.
Of course, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, like they all, like they say. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know who they are.
Like, you feel like you can't. I feel like, or you feel like happiness can be bought. I feel like you can't buy happiness. You know.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the second part of it.
The second part of
the quote.
Yeah.
Cool. We focused on the wrong part of it. The second part being it's about the difference you make in people's lives.
Yeah.
Which brings us. I mean, I think that's a powerful part of the quote. You know what I mean? Because anybody can go buy a Lamborghini. Not anybody, but anybody with the money.
Let me find out. I might not buy them, but let me find out I got the money to do so. And
anybody with the money can go do that, but to be able to make a difference in people's lives is something that I think is something that's way beyond any kind of money.
It's like well, we got to a point where which we're kind of leading into where our economy crashes completely, and like our money is worthless, or that doesn't whatever would have been could have been gained monetarily has no value whatsoever. It's just like, what do we do now if you don't have those kind of qualities that can change somebody? You're just empty.
Yeah.
Like you have nothing to build upon. So I mean, thinking about that is it's always like that second word. It's just like for people who just like to throw things like that at people to try to, like you said, try to build them up or to try to make them feel good that way. It's sad that that's the only way that you can feel that you can help them. It's like hundreds and thousands of movies out there that kind of have that persona where people again like Richie Rich, or there's one point in the movie where this woman's like, what, like, poor kid, because he doesn't have friends, he doesn't have his parents always around because he's always so busy, and this guy's like, what do you mean poor kid? He's the richest kid in the world. But that might mean anything.
Yeah, that doesn't mean shit.
Like I'd rather have my friends around me all the time. Like we could be broke forever, and if I had my friends around me all the time, or our family or whatever like that, then that'd be worth more than anything I could ever purchase in my entire life.
Yeah, of course.
So that's definitely something that's pretty powerful.
I agree with that. We agree on something for the first time this episode.
Yeah. Finally.
But yeah, no, that makes perfectly good sense.
Yeah.
Like you said, I'd rather have my small circle of friends and family and all be poor together than to you know what I'm saying?
We all struggling,
than for one person to be rich and just kind of forget y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't fuck with y'all no more.
I feel that.
So I know. Very good quote by Miss Michelle Obama.
Miss Moshel.
I almost ventured that. We're gonna ride that back.
Nah,
but very inspirational, powerful quote. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
Like we said before, you have any suggestions on quotes or anything? Any artist or anybody that has quotes? Drop them below.
Even anonymous works out. A lot of people who said things that are written down that we don't know who they are. So anonymous works as well.
Send them our way.
Yeah. Let's speak about somebody who also kind of inspires others. Kind of get into our artist spotlight. For one that I feel is pretty inspirational as far as the content that he puts out is director artist Hayao Miyazaki. I don't know if you're really big into anime movies and stuff like that. You said Spirited Away. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the guy who directed Spirited Away and wrote a lot of Spirited Away. He like I say, directed that. He had a lot of the work that he does focuses around either what is it, stuff that's going on in the world as far as there's a movie that he did called Princess Mononoke, which is one of my all-time favorite movies, and it's kind of how man and nature trying to butt head and stuff instead of coexisting together, to where man is trying to destroy things to build build up, architecture or whatever, or dig up iron to make bullets for war, stuff like that. And like it has nature trying to like take it back over, and then man just trying to like mow it back down. And so a lot of those like are really powerful, where it's like why can't we live together, to where do we like build up nature stuff instead of always like trying to knock it down or build over it instead of like enjoying the beauty of what we have. There's also movies like he and with him I like his work because he does a lot for like young girls and stuff like that, to where like it kind of gives them like hope or something to look forward to, like Kiki's Delivery Service, where she's like a young girl going off on her own for a little bit to do like trainings like a young witch, and she like has like these struggles or whatever that she goes through, and it's kind of like yeah, you may struggle, but you come out stronger. So it's always like a really positive message that a lot of this stuff has. And for me, he's one of my favorite artists. Like his backgrounds are amazing. They're all hand drawn, hand colored, stuff like that, and better than most things that most people can do on computers.
Yeah.
So it's just like the little details that he has in this stuff is pretty amazing. Definitely check out his work. I'm pretty sure if you haven't seen, you've at least heard of at least some of them, like Porco Rosso, The Cat Returns, like I said, Kiki's Delivery Service, House Moving Castle, Ponyo. There's a lot of stuff that he has out there that speaks to like a wide variety of audiences and a wide variety of people that you would have never thought would have. And a lot of the stuff he does, he'll take like book forms of things or books and like turn them into like his animation and like kind of bring them to life, and they're done masterfully. You ever see like there's a movie called The Borrowers back in the day? Did you ever watch that? Or that got a book series like that. He redid that one called The Secrets of Ariadne, and that one is done masterfully well. And I didn't realize what it was until like I watched it and it got to a part where like I recognized what was going on in the movie. I was like, oh, that's what that is. It's The Borrowers. It's pretty dope. It had like what's his name? Dan from Roseanne. What's his name?
I don't know.
John Goodman. There you go. You had John Goodman in the original movie, and like that's what he kind of like had characters done a little bit differently, kind of like switch it up a little bit, and like I took his character out, but like just the way that he brought it to life or brought it to animation was pretty awesome. John Lasseter, the guy from Pixar, was like begged him to get like the rights to do this stuff, to get it to Disney. For a while they're like, nah, we don't really feel it because we don't want Disney to like take it and edit it and mess it up. Yeah. So like he has like a lot of respect for his work and for his craft. So he's not like all about the money and the dividends. He's like, man, I made this and it's perfect the way it is, and I don't want you to come and buy it and then change it. It's like for a long time he wouldn't have to sell the rights to like his movies until like they made a contract saying that if we sell it to you, you can't change anything that we put in there. You can't edit it. You can't do anything that we don't agree with to change. Like, cause obviously with like Japanese animation, Japanese culture, and American culture, a lot of things that they have don't mix, or like a lot of things that they have you don't know what it is. Okay. So they might like explain some things. Throw some like, oh, this is a bathhouse in Spirited Away. That part wasn't in like the original script, but because us as Americans don't know what this bathhouse is because we take baths in our own houses. We had to like put that in there for them to know. But definitely one of my favorite animators, directors, writers, stuff like that, Hayao Miyazaki. That's our spotlight for the week. Getting to our news segment, there's been some
highs and lows,
craziness. I was trying to think of craziness going on this last week, man. A lot of like a roller coaster ride of emotions to try to take in. I know you're about that family in Arizona, right?
Yeah, we were actually discussing that yesterday. Before, we do a little thing where we're going to talk about the day before. Talk about our topics and all that stuff. So we were actually talking about it yesterday, and I had to tell the overlord, like, man, we got to save stuff for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Can't get everything out on the table now. But what we're actually going to do is below or above. I haven't decided where I want to put it yet. But whenever I have the video, I'll put the video. We're going to watch it right now, and I'm going to put it in here so y'all can see it too, for those who haven't seen it. So let's get into this.
Yeah.
You can do a free membership. My man.
Get out the car right now. Yes, get
You know, to think that this stuff still happens like this, man. Like with all the cops getting like fired and all the stuff like this still goes on like this.
The thing that to me that's crazy is that they think that they're not gonna. You think that they think they're not gonna get caught.
Yeah. And there's only because there's a longer video. What I saw, there's only like one cop in here that like tried to de-escalate the situation. Everybody else had their guns drawn, ready to like to kill this family.
See, but to me, they give the cops an easy out because all they have to say, "Oh, I felt threatened."
Yeah.
And then that's it.
He had a gun. It was a bottle. Like. A dollar store doll.
That's the part that immediately blows my mind, bro.
A dollar store doll. I don't know if it shows there, but like in the longer video, it shows him like spread his legs and the cop like kicks his legs from under him and makes him fall. I mean, you do have the right to speak. And it says when you're reading your Miranda rights, they tell you shouldn't talk, but you can talk. See, like that one cop trying to de-escalate and trying to figure what's going on.
The one on the other side with
the
woman.
Yeah. Like this is the only one that's like trying to save his job and trying to figure what's going on. And this guy here. There's the 4-year-old right there.
Oh, sir, come down. What's going on
Give
here?
me your child. Hold up.
Attacking a lady, man? Really?
Get the child.
That's how y'all treat black people, huh? Can someone just defuse the situation here?
You can tell that dude's getting nervous.
Yeah.
Good. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10 cops.
Yeah, what is it like?
For a dollar store
11.
doll.
There's 11.
11?
Yeah, 11 cops.
For a dollar store doll.
Like, there's a part where, cause like if you don't know, Draymond Ames and Aisha Harper, like I said, they're trying to drop off one of their kids at a babysitter's house, and the cops are responding to like if you read it like the report, a non-violent shoplifting done at a like a Family Dollar or Dollar Tree or something like that, dollar store, and the cop follows them to the apartment, and like the couple said that they didn't know that their 4-year-old had taken the doll, which. Like, if you're a parent, I've seen parents, like, walk off and, like, their kids have something and they're not, like, 100% paying attention to what their kids have in their hands. So that it happens all the time.
Yeah,
it happens every day. And then the cop follows them and, like, it's like knocks on their window. It's like, yo, get out. And he's like, what's going on? And, and like, he starts yelling. He starts drawing his gun. And then, like, next thing you know, all these cops show up. The other cop runs around, obviously not knowing what's going on. If he does know what's going on, that makes it even worse for him. But, it's just responding, according to the other cop that's going on, like draws come talking about get the F out the car or something like that, and then they're talking about if you saw like the driver's side door didn't open.
Yeah, I heard him say
so
it doesn't open.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't open, so like I can't get out and I have my child and I'm pregnant. So like you got these guns drawn on children and unborn children and pregnant women and this dude who's trying to cooperate because he's afraid that his family's gonna get mowed down. Like I have a 4-year-old and a 1-year-old niece, so like I know that there's times where they get grabby and that I guess stuff like that happens all the time. And so like the fact that they might take something or grab something is like, okay, even if it did happen, for me, if I worked at a dollar store and I saw somebody walking out, I was like, oh, your kid has a doll, and I didn't get it, my first response would be to call the cops and be like, I got $1, or like. I'm pretty sure somebody's like, yeah, keep the change. You tell me you couldn't get $1 worth of stuff for your entire work shift or whatever, or even if you end up calling the cops, you know, what happened to cops being like fake arresting kids? You know, talking about, you know, don't do this, you know, don't steal, you know, don't call the cops for no reason or whatever, instead of coming through and pulling a gun on a 4-year-old for a dollar store doll. You know, it doesn't make sense. Like I can't like wrap my head around what this cop was thinking. You know?
To me, my first thoughts is the person that called the cops is a bitch for one. I don't care who it is.
Whoever called the cops, your mom's a hoe.
Use a bitch because not only did you call the cops on a 4-year-old little girl, but you called the cops because a $1 fucking doll was stolen.
Yeah.
$1, bro.
Yeah.
Like you said, you don't have a dollar that you could have paid for the doll, or even the worker. If it was a worker that called, you know what I'm saying. I know you had a dollar. Like it's $1, bro. It's different if somebody's stealing something that's $400 or $500.
Yeah, or they like, you know, took the whole register or something. Like it's a dollar doll.
It's a dollar, bro. Like that to me, that's the most. I mean, not the most frustrating, but the most frustrating leading into actually what happened with these bitch ass cops. But it's just like I don't know. The shit with these cops is getting too uncontrollable. Like they feel like they got a badge, they can do whatever the fuck they want to.
Man, they coming through with like hot hands, itchy trigger fingers, right? Like I need something to happen. It's a boring week. I need something to pop out. Oh, a 4-year-old stole a doll, and we about to ride out on this 4-year-old real quick. No, bro, like it's a doll. If it had been me, if I'd have been a cop and I got a call that like a 4-year-old stole a doll, at first I'd be like, don't ever call this line again about some garbage like that. Second off, I have a dollar. I'll come by and I'll drive by when I get off work.
I'm laughing, bro.
Yeah, like don't
get the fuck out of here.
You know, like I wish I had like a landline where I could hang it up on you. Like that's stupid for a dollar doll.
I'd answer it and then laugh, hang up, and then call back and be like, bro, hanging up one time wasn't enough for that dumb shit.
Yeah, it's twice. you know, man, like
and like you said, pointed out in the video, you got one cop trying to de-escalate the situation.
One cop of almost
11.
12.
Yeah.
Like that's too many cops out there for them to be like, yo, someone went like, hey, calm down. Hey, you're doing too much. Hey, you know, that's a pregnant woman that you're pulling out the other side of that car. Because again, she would have to crawl either to the back, which I doubt, or crawl through the driver's side to get out of the car. Like you're doing a lot to get a dollar doll back. You know, like playing Top Flight Security of the world for
you know a
99-cent toy. That
kicking the dad's leg.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like he complied. He spread his legs and then the cop kicked his legs from under. Like, bro. And then like for Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, whatever, to be like, yeah, we're not pressing charges. What did you call the cops for then? What did you call the cops for?
I hope that person got fired.
Man, like that's I wouldn't be able to be like, oh man, I'm the one that called the cops on the.
Well, you get your ass beat, boy.
Bro, like.
Oh, you did?
I'm taking the $10 million out of Family Dollar. I'm own about 7 of them, you know, and you will never get a job at Family Dollar again. You know, first off, like, bro, like, I don't know, it's aggravating, man.
But
it's
like I was saying,
really
you got that one cop trying to de-escalate the situation.
Well,
and
point
and then the other one comes being aggressive. Put the fucking baby down.
Yeah.
Let me see your baby. Bitch, hold on.
First, I'm not putting my baby down on the hot cement. Or like they were talking
about.
Two,
I'm not giving them to your bitch ass.
Yeah, I don't know what you're gonna do.
You just threatened to put a bullet in my head.
Yeah. I don't know what you're gonna do with my child.
I don't know, bro. Like this stuff is getting more and more intense and over the less shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Next, he'd be like, yo, did you put that gum on the ground, bro? No. Is you feeding birds, son? Like, come on.
You dropped that napkin out of that trash can? No.
Yeah. Did you blink at me? You know? I'm gonna get shot for blinking. I couldn't imagine, man.
That's crazy. I don't know, man.
Hey, for Ames and Harbor, hey, get your money, boo-boo. Get your money. I'm telling you. Make your own little, you know, police station or whatever you gotta do. Hire right cops. You know, give them proper training, whatever. But you got to own, you know, at least half that town. So, hey, get your money, make your paper, because the stuff that they doing out here is ridiculous. Speaking of another ridiculous story, North Carolina. What's going on?
Are they trying to turn into the new Florida?
What's going on? I don't think Florida, like Floridians or whatever they call themselves, kind of know better now, bro. Like, what are y'all doing?
They can't be stupid as people in North Carolina.
Yeah, what are y'all doing? So, I don't know if y'all saw this, but an 8-year-old was bit, you know, in North Carolina by a shark.
By daddy shark.
No, grandma shark. This one had teeth apparently, but got bit by a shark, and it's like, okay, you know, you got bit by a shark. That's cool and all, but the fact that they went, no, the fact that they went there after not one but two other people got bit within 2 weeks. 2 weeks? You go to the same spot where? No, come on now. If I heard, oh man, someone got shot this one spot two times in 2 weeks, I'm not going to that spot. Why would you go there expecting a different result? That's insanity. That doesn't make any sense. I don't understand. Why? I don't get it. Like, I remember like when I was younger, and I went to Galveston, and I was like, hey, are there sharks out here? They're like, yeah, all right. I don't need to be here anymore. I've never even like, I know people who like caught sharks in Galveston or whatever, but I've never like seen a shark in Galveston that I could, you know, with the dirty water that I could actually see. So, you know, me hearing about there being sharks, I'm like, no. Me hearing about people getting bit by sharks twice in 2 weeks,
no,
definitely not going. When I first saw the story, they said 3 people have been bit within a month, and I was like, dang, you know, spread out between, you know,
so once a
couple
week.
weeks. Yeah.
That's like a podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then it was like, no, 3 people have been bit within 2 weeks. What? I know the news came out about it. I know you saw it once, and then saw it twice, and then you still went out there. You deserve to get eaten.
That's some dumb shit.
You deserve to get eaten.
You know what? Hey, they're a bit too. There's no way they're gonna go for a third one.
Hey,
there's no
way. They must be full. It's been 2 weeks already.
You know what I'm saying?
It must be full. No,
man.
I'm not saying like we can go to the beach all day. I'm not getting in the water.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not getting. If it's a land shark, I guess that's my fault. But in the water, where they're faster than I am, nah, I'm straight.
Hell no.
Tell the shark come see me on land. If it can catch me on land, it can have me. Whatever. I deserved it. I get in their territory, their water. No.
That's what I said. Like you said, 3 people, 2 weeks. Nah.
No. I don't see how that went down.
Nah, fam. That's like a person every 5 days. Fuck no.
Bro, no. But then you go at the time where it's hungry.
You better go on that 6th day when they just ate someone.
You feel me? Like whenever somebody else get bit, oh, they fool. They gonna be like, they're like snakes. I don't need to feed them that often. They gonna be fool. They good. That's the craziness.
Yeah.
A little bit of a side note, something like, I guess, positive. You saw that like Xfinity's gonna be making remotes for people with disabilities to be able to, like, you know, change the channel and do everything else that like other people can kind of do, that they were kind of being left out about.
Yeah, I think it said something about they were going to be able to do stuff with eye movement or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
like, so like what they're going to do is like their eyes are going to like focus on a certain point, you know, and like as like volume up or volume down, it changes the volume of it, or change the channel, or I guess turns it off or whatever, you know. But just being able to have that range of eye motion, you know, for people who have like, you know, ALS and, you know, all the diseases where they can't use their fingers to do it, you know, they kind of be like, okay, I need somebody to come change the channel. This is getting boring. But now they can do it for themselves, and
that's really dope.
Yeah, I commend Xfinity. You know, I actually use Xfinity. I know he uses Xfinity. If Xfinity wants to promote a video, we down for that too. You know, if you want us to test out your new remotes, I'm with it. You know,
I got Xfinity right there.
You know what I mean? So like, that's pretty dope. Xfinity, we see you. We see what you're doing out there.
Yeah, that's very positive off of these two, or one really negative thing and one dumbass thing, but this is a good bright spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm glad to see technology being used in a positive way.
Yeah, there's so many dumb things going on. You know, people videotaping the third person in the month getting bit by a shark instead of, you know, being used as, you know, a tool to help out people who can't use their hands. I'm with it. You know, I feel you. Yeah.
Round of applause.
Applaud.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our hard topic discussion of the week.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't know where I stand on this though. Like, I guess I'm kind of like on the fence. But let me read the.
You want to get into the backstory first?
Yeah, I'll give you a little backstory. I guess I'm gonna read it. So Bella Thorne's kind of coming for Whoopi Goldberg's neck right now about some stuff she said on The View about her nudes getting leaked. So apparently someone like threatened Bella Thorne with like leaking her nudes, and she was like, "All right, if you're gonna leak them, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and take them myself and then put them out there, you know, so they have no power over me or whatever." And Whoopi was like, "Nah, fam, that's stupid too, though. Like, why did I just not take them?" You know, she was. It says that she's like, "Yo, once you take," Whoopi says, like, "Once you take these pictures, it goes into the cloud, and is available for any hacker who wants them. And if you don't know that in 2019, then it's an issue. I'm sorry, your age does not get you out of that. It's just if you're gonna do it, be wary of that. And Belle was like, she kind of come for her, shame on you. I don't really want to go on The View anymore because I don't really want to be beaten down by a bunch of older women for my body and my sexuality. She shared the news herself on Twitter Saturday after she said a hacker, like I said, threatened her. She said, saying she felt gross and watched and stuff like that. It kind of saddens. She says it kind of saddens me that these kids have to go through this. Is what another host was saying on The View, for someone to extort her and threaten her with posting these pictures. It's terrible. Goldberg wasn't really with it though. She was like, if you're famous, I don't care how old you are. If you don't take new pictures of yourself, I guess that pretty much it can't happen. So, like I said, I'm kind of offensive with this because I'm kind of like, I don't feel like bodies are shameful. I'm all about your body. That's what it is. You shouldn't feel ashamed of how your body is. It's something that especially I had to grow on. Being pretty much fat my entire life. It's something I had to kind of deal with. I'm not ashamed of how my body is. And on the other side, I'm kind of like, I can't steal nothing if it ain't there to steal. You know what I mean? Like if I don't take them, I can't be threatened with them being exposed. You feel me? So, what about you, man? Where do you stand on this?
So I actually saw on Twitter Saturday when the whole Bella Thorne situation happened, and the way that she kind of went about it was the person that hacked her stuff or whatever. Mm-hmm. They had all the pictures in their phone, and they got her number off the cloud and everything because they texted her, and they were kind of like I don't know if they were like, I don't remember the exact conversation, but it was like if you don't give me this, then I'm gonna put these pictures out type stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she's pretty much like, I felt like that she felt like she was being watched by somebody or whatever, and so that's kind of how that whole thing went down. So she kind of, like you said, played what she thought was a chess move, like I'll put him out there and then you can't, then you don't have that over me. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the way, like you said, the way I feel about it is, I kind of want more on Bella Thorne's side more than Whoopi's, is just for the fact that this has been happening forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I can recall, and not even just with famous people. It's just once you take pictures like that and you send them, it's kind of at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Because I remember instances in high school where girls would send a picture of themselves topless or whatever to a dude, and then something happens or whatever, and a dude starts sending it to a friend, and then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Blasted it. This was before Twitter and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's
before it was considered illegal and like child pornography. And you get put on lists back then.
You know what I'm saying?
And then it was just like, go for it.
And I mean, you get messages and be like, oh shit, like, and sometimes it even be from girls from a different school than your homeboy, and it's just like, dang. But anyways, and I mean, you send it at your own risk. You know what I mean? You never know. If that person doesn't hack it, you never know who can pass it along. Right. Or oh, look what I got to show you type thing. Yeah. But at the same time, we live in an era now to where technology is so advanced that it's so easy to do stuff like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I don't know, from a standpoint as in like I don't know if Whoopi was necessarily attacking her sexuality. You know what I mean? I don't think
from the clip that I saw, it really didn't seem that way. It was just more just like, yo, like, it's 2019. It's not like the first time someone got hacked was yesterday, or you were the first person that got hacked from the cloud.
They've been doing it.
Yeah, there's been going on for years now, like for multiple years now. And
there's been wrestlers, actresses.
Yeah, they even got Leslie Jones for whatever reason. I like Leslie. She's cool. But like, and I like how she went about it. If you want them, ask for them. It's not the big thing for Leslie Jones. But like, my thing is like, that this happens. You're famous. I mean, like you've been famous for a while now. So like, you're like, what? She's like 21, 22, whatever. She's been famous at least since she was like 13, 14. Yeah. So like, you've been famous for a while. You've been in that spot where like, it happens often. So it's not like it's never been done before. It happens. So if you're gonna do be ready for those consequences. You know, like the best way to not get pregnant is not to use condoms, is to not have sex. You know what I mean? Like if you don't do it, there's really no consequences for it. But if you're gonna do it, you know, you can't be like, oh, I can't believe this happened to me. You know, I can't like not to like blame the victim, because like, you know, someone shouldn't hack your stuff, but still, like, it's like, you know, if it's been done, so you have to tread softly in those things. You have to be wary about what you're doing and where it's going and all that good stuff like that. You know, keep it in your house. You know, stop sending stuff to the cloud. You mean, like, there's ways for you to get around that type of thing. You know, but
I think too, like I said, I think by Bella using the whole like I said, I think I agree with her more of like, if you want to, you should feel comfortable in your body and take pictures like that and not feel, you know, like you're being shamed or whatever. And I don't think Whoopi's comments were about her being like, I don't think Whoopi was talking about her body or about, you know, her sexuality, because I didn't see any of that in the comments. And I think that was maybe Bella's kind of like a defense mechanism to like, oh, she's coming after my body. I think it was more of a, like just a common sense thing, dude. Like, as a celebrity, when you take pictures like that and you upload them to your cloud or you connect them to your computer, how do you think that it travels? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you leave it to something like that. Use Snapchat. Yeah. This shit goes away in a day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, well, if you put it on your story, they can't screenshot something like that.
But it'll tell you who screenshot it though.
Yeah, but it can still happen. It can still get out there.
You're right. Send it privately. Don't put it on your story.
I'm just saying, like.
But no, I get what you're saying. But I think that, I mean, if you are gonna take pictures like that and you know what the consequences are, not necessarily to say that it happens to everybody. Yeah. But if you know there's a chance that it's gonna happen, take the Leslie Jones route of it and just be like, fuck it. You wanted it. That's what you wanted. Ask for it. Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying.
But that's kind of what she did with like sending him out. But I feel like what was just like, it's kind of how she was like, you know, with the other arguments. Whoopi gets attacked about her arguments a lot, I feel. But like the whole thing with hitting, you know, like with men hitting women, like if you don't want to get hit, don't hit. If you don't want your stuff to get stolen, don't take it. Like that's just, I feel like that's just where she was going. But yeah, for me it's just like, you know, again, there's consequences for every action. So I mean, if you're gonna do it, you know, you worry about it. There's possibility it can get stolen. I mean, if, like I said, I don't feel like body should be shamed. I don't feel nudity is tabooed at all. So I mean, it's just.
That's how we brought into the world.
Naked. Jesus was naked, died naked. You know, he was naked. You know
what I'm saying? Yeah,
we're naked because of sin type of thing. Feel me? So it's whatever, man.
If you said news, don't let that stop you. You know what
I'm saying? He'll leave his description below.
I'll leave my Snapchat at the bottom.
I'll tell you what's right and what's not. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Bella. You know, you shouldn't feel afraid to do anything, you know, that you felt comfortable doing before. That sucks when people, you know, steal their happiness or still that security that they have from them, you know. And Whoopi, I mean, you're unapologetic. So I mean, keep your comments coming the way you feel that you should do whatever you feel is right for you. Go for it. That's how you feeling. So, whatever then. It's all cool.
We got one more little bit of news.
A lighter topic. For
you know
us,
what I'm saying?
For the U.S. at least. For us, not so much.
So the 16-year-old U.S. women's basketball team played a FIBA American tournament yesterday, which is like a world tournament. Just
I was like,
who don't know. And they got matched up against El Salvador. I will be posting a picture right here, bam, of what the U.S. team looked like standing next to the Salvadorian team, okay? Let's just say, I'm going to put it right here, bam, the final score to the basketball game. The women's U.S. team beat El Salvador 114 to 19.
Them standing next to each other look like children trying to play adult, like trying to play their
it look like us lining up to play my little brother, bro.
Like it is completely unfair. Like I don't even know how they even made those 19 points, to be honest. Like they must have been like, I feel like those 19 points came in the last like 10 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, it doesn't really break it down.
I feel like they definitely came fourth quarter and they're like, yeah, we're fine. Go ahead and take all the shots you want. You know, we're up 114 right now. We ain't really sweating it. If y'all make some miracle comeback, we'll make a movie. But I don't see it happening. But yo, what is the what is the average height for like a 16-year-old in El Salvador? It's got to be 4'9". Like these, like
gotta be, bro. Like
these have to be like the tallest that they had, and they're still small. They're only like maybe 5 foot, 5'4", 5'5" at the most.
Not even.
And like they are getting like, I haven't seen too many women dunk, but they look like they would probably almost get dunked on. Like it's crazy. I don't see how it's fair. Like
even if you look at the picture, the girl for the Salvadorian team is in the very front. She's looking at the girl in the front, like ain't no way we winning this, bro.
Bro, like the shortest person on the USA team, like
is the one in the front.
is taller than half the team put together. Like that's how sad that is, bro. Like man.
The surprising stat for me is that El Salvador grabbed 23 rebounds as a team.
As a team.
To the U.S. is 64 rebounds. It is 64-23 in the rebounds department. That stuff is crazy.
Like I'm like this. Like how you not catch a rebound? It should be like a free for all for you. Just be like, hey, keep it up here. You know what? All they didn't dribble. What if they like spaced themselves out between and just like
boom
over like keep away monkey in the middle type ball.
They're over here just tipping it back. This
is a practice for us.
It's not. It's unfair, you know.
I don't see how they got no. Like I'm telling you that 19, they were just like, go ahead, play for yourselves. Play against each other for this last 5 minutes of the game. Like I don't see.
The USA probably sat down on the court like,
bro, they sat down and shot.
Y'all got 4 minutes.
Like if I was the coach of the El Salvador team, I'm walking in, I'm like, now we leaving, we good. Hey, we forfeit, we straight.
It doesn't. I don't see it here, but I wonder what the score at halftime was. Probably like 60-10, 60-5.
I'm just trying to figure what 19 came through. Like, was it like spread out? Even so, like,
what is the quarter breakdown?
That's a lot. 114.
Okay, but yeah, 114 or 119, 114 to 19. No bueno, El Salvador.
No bueno.
No bueno. Hey. But moving on to my favorite topic of the week, you know what I mean? The nosebleeds, you know?
Hey.
This week we have a NBA champion as part of the nosebleed section, our newest member. He goes by the name of Fred VanVleet. Just a little bit of backstory about Fred VanVleet. He was born in Rockford, Illinois, 1994, 25 years old. He went to college at Wichita State from 2012 to 2016. Where he went and entered the NBA draft and was undrafted and signed for a 2-year, $20,000 deal to play for back then, the NBA D-League, you know what I mean? You know, now it's the G-League. But anyways.
Why'd they change it?
I think that being called the D-League was a little, was a little disrespectful, I guess.
So they go in the G-League now?
So it's the G-League.
That's less than D, though.
But it's because Gatorade is like a sponsor for it. I don't know, some shit, I don't know. But
I'd rather get a D than a G on my grades. I'm just saying.
What would a G be?
Hey, get out.
But he signed a 2-year, $20,000 contract to join the Toronto 905. The 905 Raptors is what their D League or G League is called.
The 905 Raptors.
Yeah, the Raptors 905 or 905 Raptors, something like that. Which they won the D League championship that year. And, you know, he made his debut on November 9th of 2016, and he played in only 26 seconds against the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm guessing it was just a little, at the end of the game, y'all are losing, so go get a few minutes.
Yeah.
But, you know, as the following year, he posted career highs and did all that other stuff, and this year he was a key part in winning the championship, you know what I mean?
Hey.
If you watch the finals, he knocked down big 3-pointers in Steph Curry's light-skinned ass face, you know what I'm saying? And he got elbowed in the eye, and he fractured something in his eye, you know?
That boy came for Steph. You too light, nigga. Get off the court.
But in Game 6 of the finals, which has ended up being the one where they took it all, he had 22 points.
Pause. They took it off.
where they won the championship, he had 22 points on 5 3-pointers in a 114-110 win. against the bitch ass Golden State Warriors.
Hey,
You know
them
what I'm
high
saying?
yellow niggas. You feel me? They all yellow. KD don't want that wasn't yellow. He's the one making points.
But that's that's what I have for
Hey,
nosebleeds this week.
shout out to whoever that guy is.
Fred VanVleet.
There you go. Now, good stuff. You feel me? We're gonna do a little different. Because usually with our individual sections or segments or whatever, we have like something that we're more passionate about now. But like today, we went and saw Godzilla, King of the Monsters. It was a pretty good movie. It was actually a lot different than I expected to be from like the little snippet of trailer that I saw, because I really didn't want to watch too much. So from what I saw, it was a lot different. But I was actually pretty pleasantly surprised. Spoiler alerts ahead. Best spoiler, Godzilla won. I mean, if y'all ain't know, your boy made it through again.
Shout out my boy Godzilla.
Hey, you feel me? Yeah, I mean, if I had to give it like a rating, like overall, I feel like I would give it like an 8.9 out of 10 for me. Yeah, I suppose.
I was in the same. In my head, I had that same number.
Yeah.
About an 8.5.
Yeah, like it was good. A lot of the like this one. Usually I'm not like the biggest fan of like throwing like a whole bunch of like monsters or a whole bunch of like villains or a whole bunch of whatever it may be together in one spot. Because even with like Spider-Verse, we had like a bunch of different Spider people. It was kind of a little much for me. But the fact that like this one, it had like 3 or 4 main monsters, and like it had more, but the only ones that they really like showed on screen was like a couple of the main 4 like actually like fighting or going at it with each other. But it worked out well, and they all got enough screen time to like do it to make it work for me. This one, like I said, King of the Monsters had like a bunch of different monsters going out. I kind of found a list of all the monsters that they kind of talk about in the movie. Of course, you got or they call them Titans for whatever reason. I mean, it's cool, whatever. You got Godzilla, obviously, Mothra, which I thought was dope. I remember like watching watching it back in the day, and like I remember like a whole cause it's one of those that you watched when you were like real little, and you don't know what they're really talking about, and so you're just like, oh, I'm gonna go watch this movie, and it's gonna be boring for all of for 5 minutes at a time, and there'll be some fighting, and they'll be boring again. That's how I processed movies back then. So I don't remember much about what happened. I remember like Mothra coming through one time, and I remember if they fought or not. I don't remember. I just remember Mothra being on screen and then not being on screen. And then there's like one with like Mothra's kids or something, like wrapped up Godzilla or something. I don't know. It's a bunch of like crazy stuff, and then like people talking with their mouths not catching up with the words that they're saying. And then I think we had Rodan, which was cool. See Rodan, King Ghidorah or Ghidorah, however they pronounce it. They kind of showed a little bit of King Kong, Muto 1, 2, and then they had like a third one, which I don't know where that one came from. Like from the 2 from the first movie, were both killed, and then they had a third one. Just kind of came out of nowhere or whatever. The Titanus Behemoth, which kind of like a giant like mammoth half gorilla type thing. Yeah, big old tusks. Scylla, which is like a giant spider. Methuselah, which is like this mountain creature. You only kind of like see it move and then see it like eye open, but like that's kind of it. They didn't really do anything else. They mentioned others. They had like 17 that they said mentioned. They have like ones called like Kelly Moimbi, whatever. Baphomet, I don't know how to pronounce some of these. Tiamat, Typhoon, Abandon, Leviathan, Sargon, and Bunyip. They had like a bunch of different ones from like all over the world. But like Monarch knew about all of them, and had them all like in different
plants.
Yeah, like underground, like laboratory type things, whatever. Kind of keep them, under wraps from the entire world. Which if you saw Kong Skull Island, which is also a great movie that you check out, you see that Monarch was like involved with all those trying to get to Skull Island to like see they kind of like covered the mission as like exploration for like new medicines and all stuff like that. But what they were really trying to find was like new monsters and new things like that. You know, they came up and they found Godzilla. They found like those little skull crushers or skull walkers, whatever they called them, that lived underground. And they had like giant like octopi and stuff like that there as well. So that was pretty cool to like have them reference that, you know, because they got Godzilla versus King Kong coming up pretty soon, 2020 I think is what it is.
Yep.
So I'm kind of excited for that. You know, they've been like playing back and forth with that for a while now, but to see them like actually like, you know, okay, this is what we're doing, it's going to happen, it's coming together, I thought it was pretty dope. What are your takes on it?
It was a good movie, like you said. I give it about an 8.5. It was a lot of good fight scenes in it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the main one at the end was real good.
Yo, like the one where like, you know, he's like shooting off all this energy off of him. Yo, it reminded me a lot of
the radiation.
Yeah,
energy?
it reminded me a lot of like Dragon Ball Z almost. Like he went blue, like Super Saiyan blue, and then like went red, like Kaioken. And I was like, I was like, bro, like I see y'all, I see the little reference you trying to like drop in there. I see you. That's pretty dope.
That shit was so dope. And you know, Madison came through and kind of saved the day a little bit.
Man,
calling everybody to the Fenway Park.
That was okay. So I had a couple issues with the movie myself. I feel like they kind of like used Millie Bobby Brown's as one to play Madison. They kind of used her. And they kind of like used her to like get people in, and it didn't really, for me, I feel like her character could have been played by anybody and it would have had the same results.
Yeah.
Like they kind of almost like when you see like the first like snippet of the trailer or whatever, you see her there, like it's almost like all about her, or like, you know, what I initially thought the movie, like my initial projection of the movie was like, you know, she's after like everything went down, she's like abandoned in like a city by herself, you know, and that was like redundant. She's like abandoned in a city, and she's abandoned in a city, and like, you know, that's when all the monsters start attacking again, and she's like trying to like find a way out or something like that. I would have thought that would have been like a better like take on the movie, you know, them trying to find her, you know, and like her having like no real affiliation with anybody else. But like the movie in itself was pretty cool. There's a lot of twists in the movie, a lot of stuff that I wasn't expecting like at all. People who I didn't even think were in the movie being in the movie.
Yeah.
Like was it O'Shea Jackson Jr.?
Yeah.
Like I had no idea he was even in that.
That was a good little cameo.
We had the guy who played Eazy-E in Kong Skull Island though. It's pretty dope. But that was like, you know, they weren't even in the same time period. But like I thought that was pretty cool to have, you know, them. Or even the guy who played Dre was in there as well. So like had a bunch of, you know, straight out of Compton characters in these last, you know,
they had the dude from the Verizon commercials.
That's yeah. He was like, "Is that the guy from the Verizon commercial?" And I was like, "I'm thinking something about the guy with the glasses." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's him. That's him." I don't even know his name. Verizon guy.
I don't either.
Yeah, with the new Verizon guy, I should say. So yeah, he was in there. A bunch of people. The chick from the Conjuring movies, I can't remember her name is, but she was in there. She turned out to be a bad guy, which I was like, all right, that's cool. I ain't expected, but hey, you know, it's good. If you could throw something in that I'm not expecting, which I usually can call stuff at the beginning of it, applaud you. You know, yeah, applaud. But like definitely a lot of like the fight scenes. You know, seeing the fake King Doran or King Ghidorah, or however you pronounce it. King G, you feel me? You know, yeah, King G coming through and like throwing some of the lightning attacks, whatever.
Those are
like,
clean though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yo, like the animated, like the CGI and all stuff like that was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Especially that one part where he bit the phone line thing.
Oh, it's like to get like the extra boost. Yo, they was taking hella boosts in this. They were taking like a bunch of like, you know, XP boosts and power ups in this.
You know what I'm saying?
It was straight. It's like it felt straight video game ish. You know, I'm about to catch this power plant real quick to get a quick upgrade. Nah, that's pretty cool though. We lost some characters in this movie that, you know, have been there from the last one, but you know, I feel like their deaths were kind of necessary for the movie to, you know, move forward. And one of them kind of went out kind of but the other one went out, you know, pretty hardcore, and kind of gave our boy Godzilla a little power up, which is pretty dope. And your boy going critical mass there for a second.
He threw a lob up to Godzilla, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? And, you know, it kind of was, I don't know if Godzilla was pissed off because it kind of destroyed his home. And like,
it's true.
Like, it was like, yo, I need you to give me this power boost. Yeah, but like, you know, now you just destroyed everything that I had, my whole Sanctum Sanctorum to like come back to like recharge my batteries is kind of gone. Kind of a couple of questions I have for the movie. First off, like, do they live like that long? Because like unless these are the same different monsters that were from these pictures, where I don't think they are. I think they're the same monsters. Because it's not really. It's showing like one egg every couple thousand years. It seems like, but to have like the same monsters, in like these ancient, Mesopotamian, Egyptian type structures, whatever, have all these different creatures, but like how are they living so long? It's because of their size and like the radioactiveness or whatever of them. Like does it like make them live longer, or what is it really doing to like so that they're there for so long? And like what part of I guess radioactivity, because it was like natural radiation, I guess. That was like, because like at first it made it seem like we created them because of our nuclear attacks, but it's like nah, it was radiation from like back in the day, because like Skull Island wasn't even touched by man because of the vortex or the storm or whatever that was surrounding it. So it's just like whatever was happening was natural. That's how they were, and it's way before people even harnessed those type of chemicals or any kind of radiation or stuff like that. So the fact that they had them there for so long was weird for me. I was trying to figure out how were they there for so long, or how were they able to sleep for so long and then come back and be like, all right, we're ready to box, all that stuff like that. That's one thing I had. I remember what I can't remember, I don't know if I saw what happened, but what happened to like the old man that was helping the chick from The Conjuring? Did he die, or was he still alive at the end of the movie?
I think he was alive.
Yeah, so more.
I don't think he died.
I wonder what's gonna happen with that one, because he was trying to like start like a whole let's redo the Earth type of thing, So that was,
because remember they were inside the bunker.
Yeah, sure. I feel like I was thinking about this, and like I was thinking about last week's video. Like it almost feel like PETA was trying to make this video. They're like, you're destroying the world and all the animals, so what we're going to do is like restart and get rid of all the people. I was like, okay, I see you, PETA, trying to come through with the movies, trying to like sneak in your own personal agenda in Godzilla. That's how I kind of felt when I was like, there's like a whole like extra little secret little message in there. Did you catch
I can see that.
Did you catch any of like the headlines at the end? A lot of them were like went by pretty fast. Like I can read sort of fast, but a lot of them were going by like really, really, really fast. But like some of them were like all the monsters that were there. Certain sections were like starting to like build up like life. They were saying like one of them went to like the Sahara Desert, like a forest sprung up, and then like the behemoth was seen in a different part of the world. And, it was starting to like remake certain things that had been like knocked down by people or whatever. Yeah. So like the kind of like the agenda that they were doing with trying to like trying to almost get rid of like the human virus. What a lot of these older movies kind of did. It's like or like with Kingsman, like people are a disease and the Earth is trying to get rid of them or whatever. Samuel L. Jackson was in both movies too. He was in Kong and Kingsman. I forgot about this stuff about that. But the Earth is a disease or whatever, and like people are the virus, or the Earth is sick and people are the virus, and like it's trying to like use a fever or use heat or whatever, or use these titans to get rid of people to make the world better, or trying to heal itself. And like it felt like that's what he was doing, or I'm trying to see where he's going with that, if that has anything to do with like the next step in Kong and Godzilla finally coming together. Like what's gonna happen with that? Like I'm kind of excited for the next one.
I am too.
Like I really can't wait for it to happen.
We just gotta wait one more year.
Yeah. See what happens. I mean, if real life wars don't start and we try to kill ourselves, and then we might be able to watch it. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot
of
stuff
going on.
You never know what to expect. Yeah. Hopefully I don't get shot. With my 4-year-old niece trying to take a doll from a dollar store.
No, I'm gonna just start leaving $1 every time I go to the dollar store.
Yeah, just $1. Hey, in case someone walks up with a doll, there's $1.
There you go, bro. Take care of that.
Take $1, leave $1 tray. I need that.
You know what I'm saying? That's a good idea, bro.
You know what I mean?
Big
I'm with it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. support a local child that stole a doll from the dollar store. But nah, yeah, definitely a great movie. Go check it out. Go see it. It's been out for like a couple weeks now, I think. But
yeah, definitely.
if you haven't seen it, go check it out. If you have any suggestions for us to see other movies or anything like that, we're definitely down for that. We're always up to see a movie and discuss it.
I gotta get my movie credentials up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so.
yeah, definitely. I'm always down to support the arts. So, I mean, so let's get into our Throwback Thursday segment. So we're gonna list off the things that kind of happened this week. This week in history. We got like a little good list from like the. We didn't do all the stuff that happened because a lot of things happened throughout the year. So we did like I guess the ones that stuck out to us the most between like the 15th and the 22nd, which we're actually gonna start on the 17th because the stuff before those were kind of boring.
Nothing really significant.
Yeah, a couple birthdays, shout outs, I guess, whatever. But we're gonna get into the ones that happened from the 17th on to about the 20th or so. Coming to number one, I guess for the 17th, the 25th anniversary of OJ's speed chase, which took the world, or at least America, by storm. Ballpoint pen was made on the 17th. The Statue of Liberty was delivered from France. Shout out to them. It was originally a black woman, from what I'm hearing, which hey, America. Watergate, the first kidney transplant. Amelia Earhart, takes her first flight, or the first woman to take the flight transatlantic. Rodney King's death, which surprisingly was already 7 years ago, which is crazy.
Yeah. Alright, I'll take over June 18th, you know what I'm saying? First we have Napoleon at Waterloo. Mm-hmm. Also we have the War of 1812. Sally Ride is the first woman in space.
Yeah, black woman sent her there. It's whatever.
Paul McCartney's birthday.
Yeah.
And it's been a year since XXX Tentacion had died.
That's crazy. Like I can't believe it's already been a year. It doesn't even feel like it's been that long. It just kind of feel like it just kind of happened. June 19th, Garfield turns 41. Juneteenth, which is when slaves found out that they were actually freed in Texas. They actually had like a Juneteenth parade in LaPorte last weekend, and I'm mad I didn't get to go. I was at work, and apparently Slim Thug was there, so that's cool.
Really?
Yeah, my aunt got a picture with him, so that's cool. The first baseball.
Could have been a guess, bro.
Yeah, you feel me? We could have done a whole bunch of stuff, but I was at work. First baseball game was played, and Mo from the Three Stooges got a birthday.
June 20th, Jaws turns 44.
Yep.
The Lizzie Borden murder happened. Muhammad Ali is sentenced to jail for not going to war.
No Viet Cong ever called me nigga.
Harry Belafonte is the first black man to win an Emmy.
Yeah.
Actor we mentioned earlier in this episode, John Goodman's birthday. Mm-hmm. And also shout out to Mr. Lionel Richie. It was his birthday as well.
June 21st, you got the Mississippi burning. Civil rights activists were killed. And crazy thing. Check out this movie and stuff. Books written about it. Check it out. World War II kind of got to start. The Japanese sent out missiles. Taking aim for our heads or whatever. But we know how that kind of story kind of ends. Not really positive, like negative, I guess, death on death, but, I wish stuff like that didn't happen. But that was our throwback thing we got for, this week. I feel like we should read that quote again.
I want to end it on the powerful message.
Yeah, let's say there's something powerful instead of, war. I don't like war.
Yeah, it's not a good ending. Good All right, to end it on a positive note, here's the quote of the week again. Success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives.
Right. So go out there and make a positive change in somebody's life. And we'll see you, I guess.
Go subscribe to our channel.
Yeah, definitely.
That's step number one.
Hey, it's definitely make a change in our lives. Like, comment, subscribe.
Share the video.
Hit the bell. Ring, ring. And then you know, we got more videos dropping later this week and into
all
next
week.
week.
We got stuff coming all week.
Yeah, we got you know, your requests that you've given us. We got you. You know, they're coming. Keep please, you know, be patient with us, but they're coming out. We're trying to get them out there as quickly as we can make them.
We were a little behind from our little hiatus, but we a few videos away from being back on track.
Yeah, we're definitely, you know, getting up there with the vids.
I think our first of the new ones came out today.
Yeah, definitely.
So there you
look,
go.
Look for that. It's out there. Go check it out. Like, subscribe, that one, share, and we'll be coming back to you. This has been the Overlord.
BIGGIE AR.
And we out.
Peace.
Peace.